Hey, journal entry for today, or whatever you want to call it. I'm a little bit in a down mood. Trying to get my head out of it, but I'm kind of stewing in it today. Especially with all the stuff that's going on. Um, if you hear music, I apologize, but it helps me to stay focused and calm. I did notice one thing after I finished my video about the psychiatric meds I've been on and that kind of stuff, that I actually went through my journals, or I kind of skimmed through them on the Hinzu, and it goes back as far as like 2000, 2001, I forgot which one. It's about the time I went into rehab, so 2000, 2001, and I did notice some ups and downs, anger issues. I actually noticed triggers that back then I didn't even know what they were. So it is a little shocking to read my past and find out that, this whole time I've had, I really do not want to say this. It is a little messed up because, I was adopted and I pretty much spent my whole life trying to be like the perfect daughter. Mainly to please people, just to make them happy. So I wouldn't have to lose my family, that kind of stuff. And I don't know where I'm going. My brain's a little slushy tonight. So I try to be normal, like my whole life. I've always, like if I go certain places, I'll like paste on a different face or a different person just to fit in. I have caught myself doing that at therapy actually for a couple months. I'll stick on a different face, I'll dress differently, that kind of stuff. Which I think my therapist kind of notices. So what I'm kind of getting at is I was hoping it was just anger, but a lot of it is pointing towards bipolar, which really sucks. So yeah, I kind of spent my whole life trying to be, the perfect whatever, daughter, wife, girlfriend, and the whole time I'm doing that, it's like I'm getting used and abused and stepped on. Can't hold a job down for crap. Seriously, I've had so many jobs, I can't even keep track. I know it's well over the 20s, and I'm in my 30s for crying out loud. So it kind of sucks. I don't think it's the end of the world, even though right now it does kind of feel that way, just because I'm in a funk tonight, which my journal last night pretty much kind of had a little mini breakdown in front of all you guys. So everything's starting to stack up again, and I really don't want to flip out. That would be a nightmare. So I hate showing the weakness stuff. I think I've said that. And, I can deal with the anxiety. That's not a stigma in a way. Depression isn't really that bad either. Being bipolar to me is, from my own eyes, it's kind of a stigma. It really is, because people look at you differently. Some people will, or I know they have. I read it in my journals. So, and then I get to thinking about, the way that I act now with my husband and his nephew, and the way that I might have acted with my daughter. And, seriously, I think I tried to self-delude myself, tried to, pretend like I was normal. I guess is the way to put it. Just masking it. So, I think today was an awakening. Not the kind that I wanted. Really, really not what I wanted. I mean, there's that saying that God only gives you, what you can handle, that kind of stuff. So I kind of sat around for the past hour. Actually upstairs alone. Again, my husband's downstairs by himself sleeping. No surprise. He actually tries to stay away. So I was just upstairs thinking. And, it does kind of scare me a little bit that I could actually do it for all those years, not really actually notice it. Until today, which is actually kind of weird. And the whole, like I was trying to say, I'm sorry, my mind is mush. The whole thing about God can only give you so much to handle at one time, I personally think it's fucking bullshit right now. I really do. Honestly, I don't know how much I can handle. I think after all the shit that I've been through in life, and my sister tried to kill herself in 2010, and my husband had a 4-month fling with his ex for the second time, and I had to watch my nieces and nephew get taken away, and then I had my nervous breakdown, and I basically had to sign my child over to foster care. Because of my husband's criminal record, I really didn't want to take a chance on it. And that's kind of messed up to say, so. And, it does kind of feel like I'm losing everything. Just a little bit. All the flowers are dying in the yard, in the front and the backyard, and assholes next door keep on killing off our dogs. I mean, I I am seriously depressed right now. And the messed up part is that I don't let it show through when I'm around my husband and my nephew. So my husband has no freaking clue, besides the fact that I don't want to have sex. He pretty much doesn't know. So, and it's kind of scary. The video I did make of all the medication I've taken is a very long list. So, I'm not exactly sure how many more there are to try for bipolar that are actually gonna work, if there is one. So that, it is a bit of a downer, like I said. It really is. So I'm trying not to freak out. I mean, seriously, is it too much to ask to be normal? No anxiety, no depression, no fucking bipolar, not having to lose everything in my life that means the most to me. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of mushy tonight. I got a lot of thoughts. I'm trying to focus. So, yeah. I actually did have a sundowning this evening, which I've mentioned in past videos, or one video I think. It's actually something that my psychiatrist actually caught me up on. It was like anxiety issues, and they happened during the sun setting period. So he calls it sundowning. I actually forgot the technical term. It kind of suck at remembering stuff. I'm sorry. So, plus I'm getting really depressed with all the grief and what happened last night kind of keeps on showing. My husband's really showing his true colors. They're not pretty sometimes. So, it's a bit scary. And there is a couple things in my journals that are weird. Like, I noticed how I'm a cutter. I've been a cutter since I was a teenager. So it's stress-induced, anger-induced, and I haven't been cutting, so that's a good thing. The only I don't want to say bad, but I have shown the walls in this room, and I think that me writing on the walls the way that I do, expressing all my feelings, there's a lot of hate on these walls. I am a little concerned, like, what happens when I do fix this room up and I can't write on the walls? Am I gonna start cutting again? Am I gonna get that urge? And it is hard sometimes to control that urge. I'm in my 30s and I still cut. Um, I think last time was about a month ago. I always do it in places where people can't see it, which is probably why no one ever noticed. Of course, the people I sleep with notice unless I strategically put something there, a pillow or something, then you won't notice. But I think the writing on the wall is actually taking over my cutting for right now. And it's a good thing. I mean, I'm not harming myself right now. But it is hard to control. Like I said, it's hard to control the urge to cut most of the time. So, oh, another thing I wanted to bring up about that is that when I was cutting really bad, I know my therapist asked my husband to actually be like a supporter and just check every day, like that kind of thing. And you know, the truth is that he never even checked. I think he came upstairs once when I was changing clothes and saw it. And I'm not sure exactly who to put my trust in right now. It's a little scary. I don't trust my therapist with a lot of things. And she'd be happy if I was in the hospital back in the padded room again. So I do like her a lot, but you know, that's how she feels. So before I start rambling on again, focusing really hard, it's giving me a headache, damn it. The big question for me right now is, what's my next step? Basically, I'm starting to learn I can't depend on my husband. Even if I do start cutting again, he wouldn't notice till it was too late. I try to talk to him about issues I'm having, anxiety or depression, the grief, and it's like, it seems like he's really bored of it, and he kind of blows me off. So if that helps out any, explain how come my psychiatrist said this is an unhealthy environment, that might make a little sense. It's kind of like I'm my own support system, and I'm not talking to my friends online as much as I used to. I slowly stopped doing that for some reason. I slowly did stop, I think. I haven't talked to them in a while. I know I talked to Ollie. Not talk, like a message, whatever, I am thingy. But that was 2 weeks ago, I think. So, my support system is kind of shitty. That's part of why I'm going to start going to classes for the stuff I have. Anger is a big one. I need to go to counseling. I would prefer counseling and a class at the same time. It might actually help. I do keep track of my triggers that I actually figured out on my own. Surprisingly, my therapist didn't have to bring that up. After being in therapy for so long, it's kind of like, I don't know, like things just kick in, and we start to understand things a bit better. So, I do have a lot of triggers, I've noticed. Different triggers for anxiety and different ones for, I guess, bipolar, that I have been totally denying I don't have, and I don't know, after going through the past couple of years and just reading stuff in my journals, it's like, how the hell can I not have bipolar? Oh my god. So, yeah. I don't know. But I did want to talk to my therapist about it. About the clinical depression, or whatever it's called, where it's like just severe depression, and then like you're normal, but everybody thinks you're kind of manic-y, even though you're really not. And after going through my journals, I think I'm gonna broach the bipolar topic. As I've mentioned, I've tried a lot of mood stabilizers, antipsychotics, and they all turn me into evil freaking bitch. So, if I do actually have bipolar, it would be confusing to whether or not I should actually take medication for it or not. Besides other ones that I've tried, they're supposed to work for people with bipolar, and they actually make me worse. So, from the way I write in my journals and the way that I read it, I kind of broke it down and tried to piece it back together. It does seem like I have bipolar, and the clinical depression is definitely another option. So I'm not sure. I think that's why I feel confused. I'm not sure which one it is. I feel anxious right now, like all hell. So yeah. Clonopy time. So I'm trying to figure out what my next step is. I'm gonna really try not to beat myself up. I I do tend to do that myself. I will self-punish. Just for the hell of it sometimes. So, I'm gonna try not to do that. I do have therapy tomorrow, which is a good thing after finding out this. So, yeah. I think this is probably the most boring video I've done so far. It's like I'm thinking about everything I want to say, and it's not making it to my mouth. So, I apologize. It does feel like I'm losing everything, like I said. So, yeah. I'm not sure if my antidepressant needs to be upped. That might be a good idea with all the stress and the grief. Which will suck because I'm like so groggy in the morning. I'm at actually 200 milligrams of trazodone, and I've tried other antidepressants. Like I said, I speed out on all of them. The only ones that have actually worked is the Remeron and the trazodone that I'm on now. And with the Remeron, I blew up like a hot air balloon. So, anyways, that's how my afternoon went. It totally blew me away. And, of course I'm getting more depressed. My dog's downstairs on the floor, fucking dying. And I can't do a damn thing about it. So, and on top of that, it feels like I'm losing my husband, or have lost him, because I actually try to open up and talk, like I've said, and he doesn't. It's like he has selective hearing. I'm sure if I took off my damn shirt and talked to him that way, he would probably pay attention. He'd be more focused. That is messed up to say, but I do believe I married a mindless horn dog. I'm sorry. I'm just having an off day. It kind of popped my bubble, because a lot of the stuff that I did mention a lot of stuff in my journals and other stuff that I keep track of does point towards the bipolar, and also the major depressive disorder thing too. So I will definitely have some talking to do with my my therapist tomorrow. Trying to figure out what to do. And again, if I'm bipolar, do I really want to go through all that drug trial again, try this one, try that one, and up the dosage, down the dosage, and it's been 2.5 years and they still couldn't find the right one. How much more is there to fucking try? It's serious. I think I'm starting to run out of options for medication over here. So yeah, it kinda sucks. Besides all that, I did actually want to my mom in Cali sends me a lot of mail, so I got like two manila envelopes. She is awesome with that. At first, not gonna lie, I found the books kind of like boring as hell. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna talk about God the whole time and everything else. And it's not so much that you gotta focus on the aspect of God in a way, but God, I'm sorry. But if you just like read it, it's actually very helpful. I'm starting to find out. So I just try not to focus on the whole God is everything thing, and it's turning out to be pretty useful. Um, as I've mentioned, I'm not. I was actually raised Christian, but I actually I don't know, switched over, changed, started paganism in my 20s, which honestly, it's very hard to do that in the house. Also, um, the full moon celebrations, I don't do them like I used to. I know I used to do the whole cookie thing and always had some kind of improvement to do for that moon cycle. So of course I would do that. And of course for the new moon I would always try to cleanse out the house and cleanse out my negative energy and everything. And I made a lot of great dishes which are really weird. They got weird names but they're awesome. And I don't know, I just kind of stopped doing it since I moved in with my husband. Yeah. I got issues with my husband right now. I guess everyone knows that by now. Anyways, my mom did send me this book. I hope you guys can read that. One World, One Heart. It's actually, I love the trees. For some reason it makes me think of cherry blossoms. I don't know why, but it does. Basically what it is, it's like a poem on each page. You go through the whole book, and that's what it is. You can see those. I haven't cracked this cover yet. I'm still on that. One of the other books, it's like Hope for Recovery or something like that. Hope from Loss. I forgot the title. I'm still working on that book. I don't read it all at once. I read it when I really, really need it. So tonight's going to be one of those I really need at night. So this one's going to go under my stack. I got a few stacks going on. So that's actually pretty cool. And of course, I've mentioned I'm still a kid at heart. I really am. I still paint my toes with sparkles. I am not gonna lie about that. So, I do get some strange looks out in public. The kids like it. The grown-ups are like, wow. Excuse me. But, she actually did send me some pretty cool stickers. I am learning to get back into my writing. I write to both my families, as well as call them. And the writing is actually also good for me. I'm starting to find out the calling can be trigger and stress inducing, and not everybody understands my triggers, and I don't understand them completely either. So phone calls can be kind of harsh, especially when talking about like my dad, he passed away, or talking about my childhood. I've had a few phone calls like that, and it's like things that I forgot And my mom will talk about it, and I'm like, that never happened. And then like I get off the phone, and it actually comes back to me, and I'm like, holy shit. But again, I've mentioned my black hole thing, so it's like if one thing pops out, then like a few other things follow it, and those are big triggers. Because I can't stop my blocking process. I'm trying not to block out anymore. I'm trying to actually deal with everything to the best of my ability with what support I do have. But anyways, she did send me some cool stickers. I am a sticker person. I know. I sound like a total goofball, but usually they go on the envelopes, the front and the back. Like I said, I'm still a kid at heart, and I really like this one just because of the fruits and veggies, which you probably cannot see. Just a little bit. I love squash and pumpkins. I love autumn. It's like my favorite season. So this is freaking awesome. That's a definite keeper. This one I'm going to try to actually sneak on my husband's truck. It seriously needs to go in the back of his truck because that kind of fits him. So, yeah. Or I could stick on the brother's truck or his nephew's truck and see how long it takes him to notice. But it is kind of funny. To me it's funny. To them it's probably like, oh my god. Because on my husband's truck, like actually on the windows, he has like skulls and crap. I'm not into all that death, and it's just depressing. I did get this one. And I'm seriously thinking about adding this to my tattoo I'm getting. I just might change some of the words. But it is actually a pretty cool thing if you can read that. So, I'm actually going to switch it around just a little bit and get that tattooed somewhere on my back. I always take tattoos on my back. I don't actually want the world to see my pain or anything like that, so they go on my back. I have no tattoos of joy. Ain't that nice? And these actually reminded me of being a kid. I don't know why, but they did. I don't know why. I know when I was a kid, I used to get those highlights magazines. So I think that's kind of what it reminds me of. And of course, the little monkeys. And this weird, I don't know what this is, just ducks on different stuff. It's kind of cute. I like the one where he's actually in a potty, which my hand was covering. It's right there. There we go. A little duck in a potty. So, thank you, Mom, for sending these. I love stickers. I know. Still a kid at heart, just with a lot of emotional issues of an adult. Honestly, I'm surprised I'm still sane after all the crap I've been through and I'm going through right now. So, oh, and I finally got a sticky thing. Actually, my husband got a sticky thing that I could download the pictures of my daughter on. So that way I can take them off the computer downstairs. This computer, after I replaced the hard drive, it actually did not have a backup option. It just it totally crashed, and there was no backup option. So it does kind of suck. I'm hoping I have some pictures. They should all be downstairs on the PC version, because I'm on a laptop. So for the past 2 years with all the visits and stuff, I know the visits with my daughter. The last visit, April 7th of this year, is actually still on my cell phone. If I could just find one picture and show you her cuteness. Hang on 1 second. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I'm actually trying to set this room up kind of like I'm going to put the desk behind me and stick the laptop on it. I'm going to get a lock for it and everything, and get a lock for this door so no one can actually come in but me. But these were actually taken when she was, wow, I think like 4.5, 5 years old. This is one where she's actually acting like a kitty cat, and looks like shit. I know you can't see the color that well, but we actually got them done at Walmart. And the little black and white ones. I wish you could see her dimples because she is so adorable, and you might be able to see them right now. If you look really close, she has dimples, which, as you can tell, came from her birth father, not me. I do actually have this dress, and the dress is on a teddy bear. I just can't find a teddy bear. So I do got my chest going still. So that kind of, it's an ongoing process. I'm doing it bit by bit instead of overwhelming myself. And another note to add, I still have not heard from her adoptive family regarding her stuff. Like if she wanted any of it. They have not called or texted yet after I sent the emails. So I think that's a bit of a downer for me. Anyways, I actually need to probably go take a nice salt bath or oil bath or something. Try to relax myself. I really wish I had some lavender oil or just lavender incense or something lavender. I love lavender. It's very calming. But so I'm hoping that tomorrow I will actually be in a better mood, not so down, after therapy. So I will do a therapy video like usual, no biggie. Yeah, I just feel like I don't feel like my mind is racing. It's just, it's packed full of all these thoughts, and I'm having trouble expressing myself right now. So, I will let all you go. Oh, one more thing. I got a box. If you guys, I know it looks kind of feminine. It's got little flowers and stuff, especially on top. The flowers. And right now, my box is empty. If you remember, I did talk about my cup being empty type thing. That kind of stuff. And what I'm going to do with my box, that is empty right now, is at least every day, I'm going to try to think of something positive about any aspect of my life, any year of my life too, from a kid to now. And I'm gonna stick it on a tiny slip of paper and just stick it in there. I actually came up with the idea today, just the way so, because I've been so down and depressed. I'm kind of hoping that if I stick positive things from like my childhood or being with my friends in the past, things with my husband, things with my daughter, that won't trigger anxiety and a lot of stress. So I gotta kind of be careful with this. That if I get totally bogged down like I am right now, I can just open it up and read through them and just like think about it for a little bit and see if that works. It's just one thing I'm gonna try. If it starts to have a lot of triggers, or if it brings on triggers, I'm sorry, I got cotton mouth. Then I will definitely have to use the box or something else. But I do need some positive reinforcement for myself. And considering that right now my husband's a trigger, yeah, I kind of have to make my own, and it kind of sucks. Yeah. So tomorrow I will try. I know I'll do the therapy video, and of course I'll do my journal before I crash for each day. I'll try to keep on top of that. There's been one day where I didn't want to do it, and then the rest got deleted off my Android. My phone has a mind of its own sometimes. But I will try to do a catch up on the anger management stuff. That is another issue that is definitely in my forefront. Yeah, I'm starting to scare myself. When I can go from like 1 to 10 in like less than a second, I definitely need some anger counseling or behavioral therapy, something like that. Some new ways of venting out my stress and frustration besides blowing up. So obviously I'm stuffing and I just don't notice it, which also worries me because I didn't even notice I was stuffing until you get mad and then you just start screaming the first thing that comes to your mind and you're like, holy crap, I have been stuffing. So I am sorry if this is a bit of a downer tonight, but again, I hope I'm in a better mood tomorrow. I really do. So I think that's about it. Really not much else. I don't think so. No. So I'll be on here tomorrow. I will try to do my anger video in the morning, and my therapy is not until 3, so Eastern time. So I'll probably post it up late, like I usually do. Until then, I don't know. I wish you all the best. I really do.